This is a project that I've been recently working on that could potentially help my community during this pandemic. But first, let me tell you how. Barbershops are considered as one of the high-risk areas during the pandemic since social distancing is minimal because you need the barber next to you in order to have a nice haircut. It is an establishment that is considered essential because they help us make ourselves look better and be presentable during meetings and online classes. According to the Department of Trade and Industry or DTI, barbershops are allowed to operate back in business as long as they comply with the following. Number 1, contract tracing forms for each customers. Number 2, a minimum of 1 meter distance between each customer. Number 3, proper ventilation. Number 4, regular sanitation schedule and procedures. And lastly, number 5, wearing of PPEs, which of course includes face masks. Face masks are required to be worn at all times. But here's the thing. Some haircuts are trickier to do than others, especially with short-haired people. And at some point, your barber will have to ask you to remove one of your ear loops momentarily. Now, not to be paranoid, but that moment could be the window of transmission for the coronavirus, especially now that they are mutating into different variants that are easily transmitted compared to the original variant. I meant to say the original variant. Wearing a face mask has been proven effective against the COVID-19. However, it is only as effective as it is worn properly, which is why I decided to build a device that could secure the face mask on your face during haircuts so that it could someday be helpful to our communities and make us ready for the next stage of this pandemic. Okay, so first things first, for this project, I will be needing something that will secure the face mask on the face that doesn't require ear loop support. The normal engineer thing to do is to have this part 3D printed. But I don't have a 3D printer, so I need to use existing resources instead. I used a nebulizer mask because it is designed to be snug on the face and it is designed for respiration. Another thing that I will need is a way to hold this on your face in a comfortable manner while you are on the barber's chair. My initial idea is to use a PVC pipe to make it cheap. But then I found this old selfie stick that I am no longer using, and I realized that by using it, I will be able to make my build more portable. I used a trusty old screw and screwdriver to bore a hole into the selfie stick so I can secure the nebulizer mask into it. I used a cutter to make a small incision at the nebulizer mask where the screw will be inserted. I realized that one screw doesn't feel sturdy enough, so I added another one at the top, which I also secured using hot glue for extra protection. So the selfie stick has this male jack that is intended for taking photos with the help of this button right here. And I could hijack this into a functional switch for another purpose. My first idea is to add a disinfection circuit with a mask support so it could disinfect itself because you would have to disinfect it after using it, but there is no available UV LEDs at the moment that is safe for human skin and is capable of killing pathogens. So for the meantime, I will focus on my intended basic function, but someday, maybe I could go back to this project and improve it further. Now we have a functional prototype of my device, and now I will go to the barbershop to test it out. Let's teleport there. While setting up the device on my face, I realized that I can utilize the holder tab of the selfie stick to hold the ear loops so they are not dangling around during the cut. The haircut was smooth and I even had compliments from the owner of the barbershop.
Oh, di ba? Safe siya. Ano yan, applicable lang yan sa personal care. Yung barbershop, yung mga ganyan.
At this point, although my face mask is completely secured on my face, I realized that I can make it more snug by pinching the metal part of the nebulizer mask. The only problem I encountered was during the removal of my device where it almost got stuck while removing the barber's cape. And with that, I think I was successful with my goal. And that concludes my latest engineering build video. Now, it is not like one of those high-level engineering projects that you normally see, but I believe that a good engineering build should not necessarily be complicated nor complex, but it should always be helpful. If you like this video, feel free to react and share it to your friends. I am also open for suggestions and comments on my project. And with that, thank you and keep safe.